Hello there, YouTube. Today, I have a little something for you guys. If this looks familiar to you, then you have seen my first video. That was a video on how to make a cell phone jammer out of a TV remote. That video has become a hit success. So I figured that I'd offer you guys today a little upgrade for the same device. So if we remember, we have it all wired up like this. Now, this new modification will allow it to not only jam cell phones, but this is especially relevant for you college kids or angry moms. This upgrade will prevent PlayStation 4 and Xbox One controllers from connecting to the console. This renders the game unplayable. After a couple minutes of frustration trying to get into work, the kids will give up. I have tested it myself numerous times. Okay? So, if we remember how this works, it's very simple. You got the board, you have our wires, they're connected by hot glue to the main chip, which is powered by a lithium-ion battery. Okay, and this remote is a classic. It is from a bubble TV from back in the day being like 2000. And, yeah, so let's move along. Okay, so if you remember, the reason that this thing works is because the lithium-ion battery is sending overpowered charge to this diode here, and that emits a signal that jams cell phones from working. Okay? And that is the little secret to its success. But in order to make it jam the frequency that Xbox One controllers and PlayStation 4 controllers use, or Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 for that matter, that does mean Bluetooth. We just have to make a few slight modifications. No moving wires or anything will be required. So just a very, very simple steps, okay? So we have our original board, okay? And with this board, it is perfect. We do not change a thing on it. All we are going to do is use a little miracle in a bottle that I like to call tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is used for very numerous things. From curing acne to, jamming your friend's Xbox signal. So, let's get started here. So, in order to do this, we're going to take our tea tree oil, and we're going to dip the Q-tip in it. You're going to need a Q-tip. Take the Q-tip, just dab it off a little bit, and you're going to want to apply it to all the places that our circuits have been glued. It's like that, and a lot of it right here on both sides of this chip. Get it in there nice and good. Okay, so now you have done almost everything. Now I want you to be aware that tea tree oil is very, very smelly stuff. It does not smell good at all. At all. Okay, so now we face the issue of changing how the buttons work. If you remember, we use predominantly these buttons for the cell phone jammer, but we're just so we don't get confused between which one does what, because it's supposed to still function as a cell phone jammer if you use the old key combination. But I'm not going to use any of these because you might confuse the two of them. You might be going to jam a cell phone, you end up jamming an Xbox. Who knows? So instead of doing that, we are going to change the button to the red one right here. You see where the red rubber is, the power button? Okay. So by changing this, we're going to have to, once again, take a dab in the tea tree oil, and you're going to put it in the red, just like that, okay? Then you're going to take this rubber button piece, you're going to replace it back in the remote, and then we are going to simply flip this back over, put it back where it belongs, just like that. And there we go. We're almost done. Okay, now this is the part where it gets a little tricky, especially for me when I have one hand. So you see this right here. This is a penny sleeve. You can buy these at almost every trading card store in the whole entire world. Even Walmart, Kmart, Target, any stuff like that. So we got that here. So again with the tea tree oil, this stuff is wonderful stuff. We're going to take our Q-tip. I'm going to try to do this with one hand, okay? So I'm going to open up the penny sleeve. just like that. And you're going to want to take your Q-tip with tea tree oil and slide it in. Okay, so now it's in there. You're going to want to rub it around in there. Get it nice and spread out all over. Okay, so what this is doing, so when we use this function, the board can identify the tea tree oil. So now that that's in there, we just slide the board. We slide this penny sleeve over the board. I'm going to put the phone down for a second while I put it on there. Okay, so see, I just slid it on there nice and well. So now, what this is doing is that tea tree oil, it sends off a current of its own back to where the power button is. And since both of them, the diode, the button, is covered in tea tree oil, when the tea tree oil covered button is pushed, it sends off a different function and a disrupted signal. So, we're going to want to put that back in. Very simple to do. Put this on top of it, and there you go. Your jammer is done with the power button as the button to do it. Now I am going to cut this video and take you to my Xbox so I can show you it in action.